What up, what up? So today in Back to Basics, we are going to discuss scatter plots. In this first problem, we are to identify any outliers, gaps, or clusters. Well, let's just see what we have. We have ourselves a negative correlation, so I'm just going to write out neg for correlation. I see a gap right there. And I see an outlier right there. No clusters. No clusters at all. It is a negative correlation. And if you're wondering why is it a negative correlation, I mean, there's that big space in the middle and there's an outlier. There's so many dots going in the correct direction that just one person out of place doesn't make a difference. Okay? Negative correlation. The problem on the right, on the other hand, is a no correlation. And the reason why it's a no correlation is because it goes down, and I don't have any room. I'm just going to erase and say no correlation. Again, the reason why is it's going down and up. It's negative and positive, which is impossible. So it's nonlinear, unlike the first one, which was linear. It's nonlinear. And there's no correlation. I don't see any outliers. I don't see any gaps. And I don't see any clusters. So that's easy. Okay. Now, a cluster, for those of you who are wondering where if I would have put like a bunch more dots like right here, boop, 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 that would be a cluster. But, it didn't really happen. What happens if I do this? Ooh, thicker dots. Yeah. Now that would be a cluster. It wouldn't change much anything. All right. About how many? Okay, so what do we have here? We have the scatter plot shows the total earnings of a food server in one day. So after it looks like that they make nothing if they work 0 hours. That makes sense. And then it just goes in that direction. So it's a positive correlation. The more hours they work, the more dollars they make. That makes sense. About how many hours must the server work to earn $70? All right, well, 70 is here. All right, so maybe I'd say around 3.5 hours. So we'll say 3.5 hours. The key word is about, which means you're not looking for an exact answer, so don't expect an exact answer. I knocked my iPad over. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. About how much does the server earn in 5 hours? All right, well, 5 hours is a little over 80, and it looks like each of these marks go by 10, so we'll say 85, because it's right there in the middle. Describe the relationship shown in the data. I'm not going to write it out, because writing with this Chromebook is never the best idea, but it's a positive correlation. The more hours this person works, the more money this person makes. And my face is gone. All right. The more hours that person works, the more money that person makes. Makes sense. Estimate the line of best fit. Okay. So I'm going to draw a line to the best of my ability. It's a shame I can't draw a line, an actual line. But we start out at 0, 0, and we go like that. Is that line perfect? No, absolutely not. But I'm going to put 2 dots there that might be a good estimate. I'll put, first off, I like 0, 0, and I like that one. Now remember, a line is going to be in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So I have my slope there, and I have my y-intercept there. Okay? My y-intercept is 0. That makes sense because if I don't work any hours, I'm not going to make any money. So my y-intercept is 0. If I want to find the slope, see the green dots that I put there? This is an estimation, by the way. It's not a perfect science. Okay, so I could do slope by doing rise over run. I rise 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I run 1, 2, 3 hours. So my slope is going to be rise 60, run 3 hours. In other words, 20. So a line of best fit that I could use is going to be y equals m is my slope, and I said that my slope is going to be 20, 20x, 0 is my y-intercept. So I can put plus 0, but why would I waste my time? Even though I literally just did, I don't need it. That would be a line of best fit. And what this means is this person makes about $20 an hour. About. Okay. The scatter plot shows the number of drifting scooters sold by the company. I don't know what a drifting scooter is, but they're probably homeless and we need to get them help. In what year were 1,000 scooters sold? All right, well, here's the scooters sold. 1,000's right there. That seems to match up with 2014. About how many scooters were sold in 2015? Well, here's 2015, even though the number is not there. It looks like it's between 800 and 1,000, but much closer to 1,000. So we'll say 950. It's a good estimate. And the key word there is about. Describe the relationship shown by the data. I'm going to use words to describe because I don't have writing again on this thing is not the best idea. It seems that as the year goes on, or better yet, as the year goes on, we sell less and less and less drifting scooters. Now, that's because we have ourselves a negative correlation like that. As the years go on, I'm selling less drifting scooters. Whatever a drifting scooter is. Oh, probably like a Razor scooter. Those are cool. Yeah. Problem D. Assuming this trend continues, in what year are about 500 drifting scooters sold? So, let me see. 500 would be somewhere around here. So if that's 17, 18, we'll say 2019 is a good guess. That would be my guess. And again, these things aren't an exact science because that's the purpose of scatter plots. You're assuming and estimating quite a bit. Speaking of that, estimate the line of best fit. So I'm going to draw myself a line that kind of cuts through all the points there. I'm really nervous, so it's a squiggly line. Remember, slope-intercept form gives me the equation of a line, so y equals mx plus b. My y-intercept appears to be like right there. So every one of these marks goes up by 200. So this guy would be 1,400, and it looks like my line went through a little bit underneath 1,400. So I'm going to let my y-intercept be a little bit under 1,400. How about 1,350? How's that sound? And look what I have. Look what I have. I actually have 2 dots placed perfectly on the graph. So I could do the rise over run to easily find out what my slope would be. It's a negative slope. So negative slope. I rise 200. Remember, every one of these marks is 200. So I rise 200. And I run 1 year, 2 years. So negative 200 over 2. So writing everything out and simplifying, my final equation is going to be y equals m. Negative 200 divided by 2 is negative 100. That means they sell 100 less scooters per year. Oh, X. Sorry. Plus. Oh, what did I say? 1350. Cool. Cool. All right. That'll do it for that one. Bye-bye, Scatterplots. Nice knowing you. Bye.